Hey, it's your boy Artie. Today I'm bringing you a Cleric guide. This guide's going to be a beginner's guide on how to PvP and survive in the Goblin Caves. It's going to be part of a video series in which I cover everything there is to know about Cleric. I'm going to be covering solos, duos, trios, normals, and high roller content. I'm going to be talking about what perks you should bring, what spells you should run, what gear you should wear, what stats you should prioritize, and even shot calling for your team. I'm going to try to cover every single thing that I know. So to do that, it's going to have to be a few videos, but this video is just going to cover the basics or the fundamentals. But if you're a new player or a returning player, I'm sure you can find something useful in this video. And I will be killing both bosses and showing you how to do Troll and Cyclops on Cleric. So stick around. So a little bit about myself. I've been maining Cleric since playtest 3. My team really needed a Cleric, so I picked it up and I've been playing it ever since. Um, I was previously rank 1 in the preseason leaderboard, as well as rank 13 in season 1 and rank 12 in season 2 on Solos Cleric. This season, I've been mostly focusing on trios, which I kind of got into last season, but I've hit rank 5 and currently rank 7 in trios for Cleric. I have 1,800 hours in the game, and I can bet you 1,700 of those hours are on Cleric. It's my favorite class by far. So let me share some of the knowledge that I have with you guys, and yeah. All right, so you might be wondering, should I play Cleric? And the answer is yes. Cleric is my favorite class. It's the best class in the game. It's the best class in solos, duos, trios. Every team needs a Cleric. Um, it's the most one of the most versatile classes in the game. You have perks like blunt weapon mastery and faithfulness. You can either go as a melee, uh, like a melee cleric, or even a caster cleric. You can be a backline, a support, a frontline. Cleric can literally do everything. And there's a lot of skill expression in this class too. It's not just hold mouse one and W key until you die type of class. There's a lot of different nuances and things that make the class really interesting. So for that reason, it's my favorite class, and I think you should play Cleric. So let's talk about perks and skills. So obviously you want to get level 15 first so you can get all your perks and skills. Um, Advanced Healer, you gain 5 magical healing. This is a really, really good perk on Cleric. I almost take it every single time. Blunt Weapon Mastery, this just received a buff. You gain 50% physical damage bonus, so that'll bring your negative strength, your negative physical power bonus up to 7% when you equip it and you're using a blunt weapon. That's going to include the Flange Mace, Morning Star, Torch, War Maul, and Quarterstaff. Also the Warhammer, I believe. Really good perk if you're going for a melee build. Brewmaster gives you 10 extra strength when you drink an ale, and you also don't get the drunken effects. It's a kind of mid perk just because you already have other buffs you want to apply first, and then also it doesn't last for too long. So people like to just stall you out anyways as cleric because they'll just wait for your buffs to run out. I don't usually take this perk unless it's like I'm building specifically around it. Faithfulness gain 15% divine magical damage bonus. When a divine attack is successful, reduce their movement speed bonus by 15% for 1.5 seconds. This perk is really good, not only for the damage it gives you, but also for the slow. So when you're using Smite or Judgment, the extra slow on top of the on-hit slow will allow you to stick on targets like more often than not and secure the kill. So I definitely recommend pairing this perk Faithfulness with Smite. Holy Aura, you gain 15 armor rating and 15 magic resistance. It affects your teammates as well. This perk is actually really good in the right circumstances. If you're playing with a team, I almost will always take this perk if we're running gear. But since this is a solo guide, we're going to talk about how it's used for solos. If you're running a lot of armor and magic resistance and you're going for a high PDR build, this can help you reach the higher armor thresholds that make you basically impossible to kill. So sometimes, or a lot of times, I do run this. It's pretty good. Holy water, drinking any of the drinks will eliminate all removable curse effects. I don't recommend ever taking this perk. It's extremely bad. Kindness, heal yourself for 50% when you heal someone else. Not really that good of a perk either. Overhealing gives you 20% bonus HP when your target is full health for every health you heal over it. And it degenerates at 1% per second. I wouldn't take this in solos, but for team play, it's really, really good. Perseverance reduces all incoming damage by 3. This is one of the best perks in the game. It is a must-have. You have to take this perk. It is really good. Protection from Evil reduces the duration of all harmful effects by 50. This is another really, really good perk. I recommend taking this every single time. Requiem, never take this, and Undead Slaying, don't take this for now. So these 3 perks, you're basically going to want to take every single time you load into the game. Then you have to choose between Weapon Mastery and Faithfulness. For my build, I like to go for Weapon Mastery. However, sometimes I will switch it up with Faithfulness, but either or will work. Next, you need Spell Memory. This is going to be a must-have as well, because you need to cast spells to your Cleric. Divine Protection. Now, this used to be good when it was 50%, but now that it's down to 30%, I wouldn't recommend taking it. Not only that, but rogues with Cutthroat can also remove it, and just the duration, 4 seconds, it's just really not long enough to make it useful. And 30% is not like that much, so I wouldn't take it. Holy Purification, really good for leveling and clearing mobs. If you're learning the game, I would recommend taking this, unless you want to play on hard mode and just kill all the mobs like by hand. This will completely nuke the mobs, making them really easy to clear. It also works on bosses and the boss mobs too, so it's going to be really strong for killing bosses. Judgment. Now, Judgment is a kind of a bait spell. It can be really good, does a lot of damage, and slows the target by 30% for 2 seconds. It doesn't always work properly. Sometimes it'll bug out, and you'll just start clapping your hands, which is like, it's never a good feeling, and that usually will get you killed. But it's usable. If you're going for a caster build, I would take Judgment, just because it does a lot of damage. It does like a lot of damage and slows the target. Smite. Right now, I think Smite is probably the best ability to take on Cleric. It's between Smite and Judgment for solos. For trios, you want to take Spell Memory too. But for solos, Judgment or Smite. I take Smite, and I'll show you why in a second. Now let's get into the loadouts. So go to your Squire gear, and you want to equip your gear. My weapons of choice are the Warmaul and the Magic Staff. And it's because I'm using a Smite build. The Magic Staff, you actually gain 5 extra magic damage on top of the Smite damage. So you end up doing like 17 or 18 magic damage per swing. And then basically you want to just equip anything that is going to give you not like a super heavy move speed penalty. My go-to would probably be either Mystic Vestments or a Frock. Let's see, well, Mystic Vestments are -3. So Mystic Vestments, and then I typically will go for either Leather Chalsies or the Loose Trousers. I'm going to go for the Leather Chalsies just because they have higher armor rating. For boots, you could usually will go Lightfoot boots just because the move speed. And then for gloves, I either go the light gauntlets for the extra move speed or the leather gloves. It really just depends on what your preference is. But light gauntlets you cannot go wrong with. All right, so this is going to give you a bit of armor, a bit of strength, a bit of agility. This will give you a decent amount of armor and magic resistance, and this will give you knowledge for casting your spells a little bit quicker, as well as a decent amount of armor. And Lightfoot boots are purely for move speed. Remember to equip your pots. And I like to keep like everything really organized, but equip your pots, equip your torches and everything. And you might notice I'm not equipping a headgear. And that's because I personally enjoy playing the lizard race when I'm playing the normals. It's just you're pretty fast and you're pretty tanky, and you can just kill everybody. As far as my loadout goes, I will always take 2 sacks of pots extra and then 2 sacks of bandages. as well as 2 campfires. And now I am ready to go. And again, you can change Blunt Weapon Mastery out for Faithfulness, but I'm going to keep Blunt Weapon Mastery on for now because it's also going to help me kill the boss faster. All right, let's talk about spells now. Protection, very, very valuable spell. It's low cost, only 1 spell memory, and grants you 20 physical damage reduction, or it grants you. Uh, all right, all right. Let's talk about spells now. So we have protection here. Very, very low cost, low budget spell. It's going to be a must take every time, only because it grants you 20 physical damage block for 20 seconds. It's basically giving you an extra 20 HP in a fight. Very, very good. And it casts quickly too, so you can just reapply it to yourself. Bless gives you 3 strength, 3 agility, and 3 will for 30 seconds. It's another pretty good, pretty good spell. Also low cost. We're not going to take it for now, just because we're going to take Divine Strike instead. Cleanse. Don't even look at this spell. It's bugged. It doesn't work. It says it removes harmful curse effects from you, but it doesn't really, and it takes a while to cast. I just wouldn't take this. Lesser heal heals yourself for 15 health. Take this every single time, and you can see that it has the parentheses next to the 15. That's because it scales with your magical healing and also your magical power bonus. Meaning that let's say you have 50% magical power bonus, it's actually going to heal you for 7.5 extra health over the 15. Um, very good. Divine Strike. I take this simply because it gives you 5 weapon damage. It's a lot of damage, and fights don't really last longer than 20 seconds, and if they do, you can always reapply it. It is a higher cost spell, and it does take a while to recharge, so use it wisely. Binds the target for 7.75 seconds. It just can be good for catching someone, but I don't typically run it in my solo builds. Holy Strike, it's a must. This is a must-have. You need a little bit of range to catch people fleeing. Also really good against classes like Warlock and Wizards because they like to stay like a mid-range and cast spells at you. And Holy Strike is just going to nuke them. Really good. Holy Light, this is only for team play. I wouldn't take this. Sanctuary, this can be really good to like reset your spells and heal up, or not reset your spells, but reset your health and heal up. It's really good for long drawn out fights, like say against a ranger or a warlock, when you need to just get some health back and you don't want to use a lesser heal, or you already use your lesser heals and you just need a little bit of an HP advantage. It can be good. So typically I'll take this or I'll take Bless. For what I'm running right now, I'm gonna take Bless because my knowledge is not high enough to run Sanctuary with Divine Strike. What you could do is run Sanctuary and Bless, and you'd be at a perfect, just the right amount. And this can be viable, but I don't really value the heal from Sanctuary at the moment. I'd rather just win my first engagement, like my initial engagement, than reset and go back in. Just because it's hard to catch people's clerics, so typically if you are casting a Sank, then they're just going to run away if they know you're casting a Sank. So this is what I'm running right now. Lesser Heal, Bless, Divine Strike, Holy Strike, and Protection. To me, this is the most aggressive melee style cleric that you can build in normal solos. Paired with Smite, Blunt Weapon Mastery, Advanced Healer, Perseverance, and Protection from Evil. This makes you really, really hard to kill if you pre-buff before fights. Really hard to kill, and you do a ton of damage. And not to mention, you can also throw out Holy Strikes before they even reach you. Gives you just a ridiculous amount of advantage in normals. Locust Swarm, not the best spell. Needs a buff for sure. It says it does it scales 100% with divine magic damage. Every 0.1 seconds, and I think that tooltip is bugged. I think it's 1 every second that it scales, not every 0.1 seconds. Someone will have to correct me on that if I'm wrong. Earthquake is really good in trios, not as good in solos. You can use it to stall for your abilities back if you want. But in this kit, we're not really playing a caster build, so we're gonna ignore these two spells. And Resurrection only useful in trios or in duos when your teammate goes down. You can use this to revive an ally. So yeah, so this is what it's looking like right now, and we'll get into a Goblin Caves game and do some PvP, and we'll show you how it works. Alright, typically with this spawn, I run right through the module to the north to PvP right away, because there's always going to be someone who spawns, if it's a full lobby, there's always going to be someone who spawns directly to your north once you kill this Goblin Mage. That's the other thing too I like with the War Mole is it's really good for killing the Goblin Mages, or it's really good for killing mobs in general. Decent amount of range, large amount of damage, easy headshots, and if you sweet spot, like, you can two-tap all the goblins if you get it in the sweet spot with the able mastery. Now, I noticed there's someone behind the door, so I cast Bless Protection Divine Strike. He crouches, but I'm not friendly, and I use a magic staff with Smite and kill him in 3 hits. Another thing is that the magic staff is going to do more damage, or like more DPS than other weapons when you have Smite active. But if you don't have Smite active, you can switch to the Wormhole. In this clip, there's a Druid running away in rat form, one of the harder classes to catch. I chase him for a while. Comes a tree on me, activates Smite, I whiff my first hit, and he hits me instead of the tree. He keeps pushing me, I hit him once, he hits me while he's in Phantom Mines. And I could have switched to my Wormhole, but I thought he was going to be weaker, and I just keep hitting the staff. Now I'm one shot. I drop down with the heal. And now I know he's one shot, I have Smite back up again, so I just kill him with the torch. That's the lovely thing you do, is you can bait people out and stuff. There's a ranger in the corner here. Doesn't really know what he's doing. Torch is really good for killing people with your Smite active. The Smite magic staff combo is the bread and butter though. But if someone's running away and it's gonna be hard for you to catch them, don't be scared to take out the torch and kill them with the torch. Another thing you notice is I jump before I cast each spell. It just makes it so you don't slow down while you're casting it. I hear him pull out his dagger, so I rebuff myself. I know he's just gonna knock me down if I try to jump across. He's gonna body block me, so I fall down. So I don't even try really. He ends up falling for some reason. I just switched to my Wormhole because he cutthroated me and took away my Smite. So if anyone ever cutthroats you, switch to your other weapon. In this game, I'm going to show you how to get to the bosses quickly and also do them quickly. This is where the wormhole comes in handy. I usually just run past the goblins unless there's an elite or like a red goblin. I'll kill that goblin because they hit pretty hard and they're pretty fast. So, to me, a whiff on some goblins here. Pesky little goblins. Alright, so the troll room is going to be to the bottom right of the map, of the middle module. I hear a spider, so I know someone's already in here probably trying to do it. And that's kind of annoying, because I'm trying to do it. I'm just trying to make him panic here. He just got hit, so he's probably dead now. And he's dead. Alright. So you want to have your weapon. You want to have your weapon stashed when you run up to him. Otherwise, he might scream at you. You just bait out an attack and go for a headshot. When he does the overhead slam, you can get one hit in. When he does the two-handed slam, you want to back up all the way and then run back to him as quickly as possible so he doesn't scream you. Notice how I'm circling to the right here. When he swings at me from the right, I bait it out, then I hit him once. And if he swings at me from the left, then I hug his right side close to his body. Two-handed slam, back away. Run up to him again, overhead slam, get one hit in here in the head. Left from the right, get one hit in. And then when he starts doing this little twisty animation, you can just crouch, look down, and keep swinging. Overhead slam, get one headshot in. Two-handed slam, you have to back up, but make sure you stay close enough to get back to him before he screams at you. Swing from the right, you get one hit in. I was doing a twisty attack, so I keep attacking. Two-handed slam, back up, and then run back. And always circle right, it's much faster. See, that time he swung from the left after he swung from the right, and all you gotta do is just keep moving right. You just have to back up afterwards, or he'll hit you if he does a combo attack. And the troll's dead. And when you do troll, to get the Cyclops, you just run up the ramp, the northern ramp, and you can basically just open doors and you don't really have to worry about the mobs. I'm just gonna kiss these goblins and run past them. Give them a little kiss so they attack you, and then just run past them. Make sure you close the door behind you or they'll keep following. Even if there is a skeleton champion in here, just run past it, ignore it all, and jump down, so that way you can open the door. Close the door behind you so none of the mobs follow you in. I buff for Cyclops just because it helps me do them faster, and the off chance to get hit, you take less damage. But circle right, and you can just keep swinging the entire time. I mean, circle left, and you can just keep swinging the entire time. when he does any of his attacks, you can just circle left. The only one you have to worry about is his hand swipe. This attack, you just jump over it. The hand swipe attack is the only one you have to jump. Oh, that one too. Everything else you can just circle left and keep swinging. For that rock stomp, you can't be point blank on him, or you'll instantly die. Since I'm running protection from evil, it doesn't really slow me that much. This is a rock fall. You just have to time the jump, like the jump in the air when he like after he hits the ground. Timing is really specific and kind of wonky, so it can be hard. But if you have a couple pods and also your lesser heals, you can just heal yourself up. It's a hand swipe, you have to jump that one. Club swipe, you just rotate. Rotate and keep swinging. Jump the hand swipe, keep swinging. This is stomp, you back up. They make a noise too. Don't be scared to drink pots and take bandages. Now he's pretty weak. After his second rock fall phase, he gets pretty weak. I know he's gonna die in a couple more hits. And he's dead. If you made it this far, I just want to thank you so much for watching. This is my first time making the Cleric guide, and I'm going to continue making content on how to play Cleric in solos, duos, trios, high roller, PvP, support, everything, you name it. So if you liked the video, leave a comment, leave a like. There's more to come. Thank you so much.